You've looked at your bank account before and thought, okay, cool, $500. Now what? Not $50,000. Not some magical inheritance. Just $500. Maybe it's sitting in savings. Maybe it's left over from a paycheck. Maybe you worked overtime for it. And part of you feels proud, and another part feels slightly annoyed. Because $500 isn't nothing, but it's also not life-changing. It's not quit your job money. It's not buy a rental property money. It's not even take a decent vacation without checking prices twice money. So you start wondering, can this even turn into something real? Or is the whole small money into big money thing just motivational nonsense? And honestly, I've spent way too much time thinking about this exact question. My name's Alex, and I think about money constantly. Not just how to make it, but how people think about it. Why some people seem to multiply small amounts into fortunes, while others make six figures and somehow still feel stuck. And here's what I've learned. Turning $500 into $1 million isn't about the $500, it's about the sequence. It's about understanding leverage, time, skill, psychology, and compounding in a way most people never pause long enough to see. Because the truth is, $500 is more powerful than it looks. Not because it magically multiplies, but because it forces you to think differently. And by the end of this video, you're going to see something most people miss. You're going to understand why almost nobody turns $500 into $1 million, and why a tiny percentage of people absolutely do. And it has almost nothing to do with luck. So let's walk through this slowly, step by step. Because if you actually understand this path, you won't look at small amounts of money the same way again. Like step 1. Stop trying to multiply the $500 directly. Here's the first mistake people make. They think, how can I flip $500 into $1 million? So they look for crypto moonshots, penny stocks, high-risk trades, gambling disguised as investing. And listen, I get it, because the math feels impossible otherwise. To turn $500 into $1 million, you'd need a 2,000 times return. That sounds like lottery territory, and that's exactly why most people lose the $500. The truth? You do not turn $500 into $1 million by multiplying the money. You turn $500 into $1 million by multiplying yourself. That's the shift. The $500 is seed capital, not wealth capital. It's not meant to explode. It's meant to upgrade you. And this is where the path actually begins. Step 2. Use the $500 to buy skill leverage. If you look at anyone who built real wealth, and I mean real wealth, not I got lucky on a meme coin wealth, they didn't start by multiplying money. They started by increasing their earning power. So what does $500 actually buy? It buys a high-income skill course, software to start freelancing equipment, to produce content ads, to test a service books that shift your financial thinking tools to build something small but scalable. Let's make this practical. Imagine you use $500 to learn copywriting, video editing, AI automation, coding sales, digital marketing. You spend 3 to 6 months getting competent. Not perfect. A competent. Now, instead of earning $15 per hour, maybe you can earn $30 or $50 or $100 per hour freelance. Suddenly the question isn't, how do I turn $500 into $1 million? It becomes, how do I turn skill into scalable income? That's a very different game. And honestly, it's the only sustainable one. Step 3. Turn skill into income streams. Here's where momentum starts. Let's say your new skill earns you an extra $2,000 per month. Not crazy numbers, just solid. If you save and invest even $1,000 of that per month, that's $12,000 per year. Now the math starts breathing. Instead of needing a 2,000 times return, you now need consistency. Let's break this down. If you invest $1,000 per month at an average 8% annual return, in 25 to 30 years, you're approaching $1 million. That's not flashy, but it's real. And here's the uncomfortable truth. Most millionaires didn't get there through dramatic flips. Yeah, they got there through boring consistency combined with increasing income over time. And you know what's funny? The people chasing quick 10 times gains usually never even reach the boring 8% because they keep resetting to 0. Step 4. Build scalable assets. Now let's talk leverage. Yeah, there are only a few ways to create real leverage. businesses' equity, stocks, real estate, digital products, content platforms. If your skill income reaches $5,000 per month, then $10,000, you can start deploying capital into scalable assets. This is where compounding shifts from slow to powerful. For example, you start a small digital product business. You invest $500 into ads to test. It works. You reinvest profits. Now you're making $3,000 per month profit. Yeah, you invest that profit. Now compounding accelerates. This is how small seeds become large trees. Not instantly, but predictably. Step 5. Increase your investment rate over time. Here's something people rarely talk about. It's not just return rate that matters, it's contribution rate. If you invest $500 per month, decent results. $1,000 per month, strong results. $3,000 per month, serious results. $5,000 per month, millionaire trajectory. And how do you increase contribution rate? You grow income. That's why the $500 was never about multiplying money directly. It was about unlocking higher income capacity. Income fuels investment. Investment fuels compounding. Compounding builds wealth. Step 6. Understand compounding emotionally. Here's the part nobody prepares you for. Compounding is boring at first. Painfully boring. Year 1, small growth. Year 2, small growth. Year 3, small growth. Then suddenly, year 15 to 20, it explodes. It's like pushing a boulder uphill for years. And then one day, gravity flips. But most people quit before the flip, because early progress feels invisible. This is where psychology wins or loses the game. While at step 7, avoid lifestyle inflation. This one destroys most journeys. You earn more, so you upgrade everything. Car, apartment, clothes, vacations, and suddenly your investment rate stays the same. Income grew, wealth didn't. The wealthy understand something subtle. Your lifestyle should grow slower than your income. That gap, that's your wealth engine. Step 8. Add optional high leverage plays carefully. Now here's where higher upside can enter. Once you have stable income, emergency fund investments compounding, then you can allocate small percentages into startup investing, higher risk equity, angel investing, experimental business ideas. Notice the order. Risk comes after stability, not before. Step 9. Time is the multiplier. Let's be honest. Turning $500 into $1 million is possible, but it probably won't happen in 2 years, could it? Rarely. But most sustainable paths take 10 to 25 years. And that's not depressing. It's powerful. Because time is the one multiplier everyone underestimates. If you're 25, you have an insane advantage. If you're 35, still powerful. Even 45, still possible. Time plus discipline beats intensity plus impatience. Every time. Conclusion. So let's zoom out. Turning $500 into $1 million isn't about finding the right stock. It's about using $500 to increase skill, using skill to increase income, using income to build assets, using assets to compound, protecting the process from lifestyle inflation, letting time do the heavy lifting. The $500 isn't magic. You are. That's the part most people miss. The seed isn't powerful because of what it is. It's powerful because of what it can become, if planted correctly. And honestly, that's kind of the entire point. You don't need $1 million to start building wealth. You need direction, patience, leverage, and consistency. Start with the $500. Upgrade yourself, build income, invest aggressively but intelligently, protect your time, and let compounding handle the rest. Because one day, quietly, almost unexpectedly, you'll look at your net worth and realize it's not about flipping money. It was about building momentum. And momentum, when sustained long enough, turns into millions. Now, the real question is, what are you going to do with your first $500?